shine so bright, beaming in the night. Lay down your worries, you are not behind. I know how it feels to wonder why you're not where you want to be in life. Hey y'all, welcome back to PalominoIntuitive. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for joining me. My name is Star and I'm an intuitive reader. So on today's reading, we're going to be looking into what makes you unique. Okay, so what makes you special, what makes you different, okay? We have 3 piles to choose from today, so go ahead and choose your pile. Once you have chosen your pile, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, okay? Also go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any readings from me in the future. I do upload readings to YouTube every day. If you're interested in shorter readings from me, you can find those on TikTok and Twitter. My usernames are down below. And if you're interested in booking a personal reading directly made for you, then you can email me with the email that is down below in the description box. All right, so other than that, let's just go ahead and get into it. All right, we've got group 1, group 2, and group 3. If you need more time to choose your pile, then go ahead and pause the video here. Other than that, I will meet you guys at group 1. Hello, group 1. Thank y'all for joining me. So if you're a returning subscriber, then hey, welcome back. And if this is your first time viewing my channel, then hello, welcome on in. So I always pre-shuffle the cards before getting on camera to save time, but I don't look at any of them. So today you all have 3 oracle cards, 4 main tarot cards, and then 3 clarifying cards. All right, and then at the end I am going to pull one oracle card with you guys on camera for your final message. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Let's see what makes you unique. So the first card that you have is the Devil. Next you have the Queen of Swords. We have the 2 of Cups, and then you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So just give me one moment to look into this. Okay, so what I feel like makes you guys unique is quite interesting, which I mean, it makes sense since this is a reading asking about what makes you unique. I feel like you guys have, like, I want to say, it's interesting. I want to say a dark aura. And when I say a dark aura, like, don't be alarmed. Like, I don't mean like you're a negative person or anything like that. But I mean, like, you guys are very, I want to say you're very practical. You're very much moving in the physical world, and you may be heavily involved in the physical world. You may have, this is also coming through, you guys may have a lot of occult knowledge. I feel like you guys, when I say like a dark aura, I don't, like I said, I don't mean dark in like a negative way, but I feel like you guys know a lot of things that the average person doesn't know. I feel like you guys know a lot of things that are considered that are supposed to be like only the elites know. Does that make sense? If you feel me, you feel me, okay? Like, I don't want to get too deep into it, but I feel like if this group is resonating with you, then you know what I mean. Like, you guys know a lot of things that you really are not supposed to know, okay? And that's what I mean, like, when I say like a dark aura, like, you guys don't mind digging into the stuff that can creep other people out, or that other people think is a conspiracy, or like they're not willing to look into it. You guys are very open-minded to that kind of stuff. I also feel like this group is very just open-minded in general. And so you may not be like straight. You may have like a different type of sexuality, or you could be someone who works in a type of industry that's not really popular. Like you guys could work in like the like funeral type of industry. I feel like death with this Devil card here, like, I feel like death and like blood and gore doesn't bother you guys. And that's what I mean, like, when I say you have a dark aura. Like, I'm not saying that like you're a bad person or that you're like an evil person, but it's just like dark things don't bother you. Like, you guys, I feel like you guys probably were not really afraid of the dark. Like, I feel like most kids were afraid of the dark. You guys weren't. You guys might even feel more comfortable in the dark. I feel like you guys are not afraid of like magic and like occult knowledge. Like I said, you guys aren't really scared of like blood and gore. Your horror might be one of your favorite genres to watch, is horror movies and things like that. You know, you just you're very into the dark side of life. You know, that's something that definitely makes you guys interesting. And I feel like you guys are very intelligent as well. And even though this is a part of you, I feel like you're still someone who obviously has a heart and you love people, and like you love I feel like you love sharing your knowledge. You might be someone, I feel like this person like might have some type of YouTube channel or like a platform or something where like you talk to people. I feel like you're also, you give me like whistleblower energy. So you might be someone who, like I said, you know things that you're not supposed to know, and for the sake of humanity and for the sake of the collective, you put yourself on the line to talk about things that are controversial. Yeah, like you guys definitely give me a controversial energy. I think a lot of people, I feel like you guys have the kind of energy where people either love you or hate you, and the people that kind of hate you, they're really just kind of scared of you and like the things that you like and the things that you represent. Okay, I also feel like this person, you guys may be into gaming, but I feel like you're specifically into like thriller or horror psychological games. You guys might also be into psychology and like into how the human mind works. And now that I'll get more into this, I'm getting like mad scientist vibes. So you guys might be into science. You guys might be into reading up on different experiments. I feel like you guys did your own experiments when you were a kid. Okay, like, I don't know, this gives me like, again, it's not saying that you're like a bad person. I don't think you like have intentions to harm like living things necessarily, but you guys do, you are into like experimenting and like trying things, and you guys want to know how things work, which is very interesting. With this Knight of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like you, as much as I said like you are heavily into like the physical realm and like the dark side of things, you don't move through society in like the stereotypical way. So you guys probably definitely didn't go to college and get a regular job. Whatever you do for a living is probably, like I said, something that most people would not do, or most people think is weird or something like that. And I just feel like you guys didn't follow a traditional path. I'm definitely getting like Aquarius and Scorpio energy from this group. You don't have to be that, but that is what I'm getting. We also have Capricorn energy here. But yeah, like I feel like you guys are into like morbid things. You guys might have really enjoyed the Addams Family growing up, or like shows like sci-fi shows like werewolf, vampire, you know, those type of shows and movies. I also feel like you have this air of like melodrama to you, like melodramaticness. Is that a word? I don't know. But you guys are kind of melodramatic, and you might be into, if you're not into like just sharing your knowledge blatantly like through some type of YouTube channel or a podcast, you may be into theater and like, or writing stories and like writing dramatic things. I also feel like this group might have been into Goosebumps books as a kid. I definitely used to read Goosebumps, and you guys may have even watched the show. Yeah, that's coming through. Again, you guys just give me like a dark energy. You guys might be into paranormal things, so you guys probably definitely believe in ghosts, and you guys probably, and that's what I mean like when I say experiment, you guys might try to see if you can lure ghosts. I feel like this group is not afraid of like using a Ouija board, like I don't know, things like that just really don't scare you. You know what I'm saying? This group, you guys may have some type of medium abilities without even realizing it, because this group definitely has a connection to death and to like I said, the dark side of life in the spiritual realm. But I don't feel like, again, it's not in like a bad way, because like with the Devil card here, the devil or like the dark angel, according to different religions or ideologies, gets a bad reputation, but there's other ideologies where there's nothing wrong. Like the dark angel is not malicious. The dark angel does not have any intention to harm. It's just the angel that rules over dark things such as death. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you guys have a bit of that kind of energy, because again, I don't pick up on any malicious energy. I don't think you're like, you know, a criminal or you would like to hurt people, but it's just, you just have an inkling towards the darker things in life. There's also another show that I feel like you guys might have watched. I think it's called Growing Up Creepy. If you watch this show, you have to comment down below, because I know not many people watch this show. I think it was like on Discovery Kids or something, but it was like that show where the girl was raised by like spiders or bugs or something like that. and she had like a white face and like her hair was like different colors. If y'all watch that show, comment the freak down below, okay, and confirm what I'm saying, because I feel like you guys watched that show and you were into that kind of stuff. You guys might have had like a punk or emo phase in life, or just a phase where you just wore like all black and you just like dark things, okay? So that's pretty interesting. That's what makes you guys unique, okay? Let's look into your clarifying cards. So first we have the Hierophant, then we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and then we have the Empress in reverse. What am I seeing? What am I seeing? So with these cards, I'm kind of getting the same thing confirmed. I feel like you guys are definitely into like the occult. Okay, I feel like you guys are into different forms of spirituality that a lot of people demonize as negative. You guys may be into like voodoo, Santeria. Okay, now I'm saying this, you guys might do sacrifice. Like, I don't feel like you sacrifice, like, I don't feel like you've ever like harmed people, but I feel like you might have, or like in your family, maybe you know someone who has sacrificed animals, or like you don't see animal sacrifice as like a bad thing. I feel like you guys might have tapped into like blood magic before. You guys might have cut yourselves, not in like a self-harm type of way, but in a way where you were just trying to collect your own blood for like a ritual or something like that. You guys, it's just like y'all are really just not scared to take it there. And I feel like this is actually very interesting. I'm glad to be reading somebody like this, because I feel like you guys have a lot of spiritual power, because again, it's like even though you're into dark things, you don't use it to harm. Like, I feel like you guys are people probably demonize you and probably look at you and like they're kind of scared of you, but you really don't have negative intentions towards people and towards the collective. You just have a different way of tapping into your faith and tapping into your belief, and you, like I said, you know a lot of things that the average people do not know, and so that's why you move in the way that you move. So I feel like that's very, very interesting with you all. I definitely feel like this group, you guys have always been like this. I don't feel like this is something that you just jumped into voodoo or jumped into Santeria or anything that you've been doing like just because you saw it on the internet. I feel like you guys were raised like this. I feel like you guys, in terms of you like never being afraid of the dark, and having like a connection to like the spirit realm and believing in ghosts and probably having paranormal experiences and things like that, I feel like you guys have always experienced this. And I feel like as you got older, that's when you started dabbling into different forms of occultism and magic and spirituality. I do feel like with this group, with this Empress card in reverse, I feel like okay, so for some of you, I feel like you were raised with a different form of spirituality, and for others of you, I feel like you have roots of it in your family, but like your immediate parents, particularly your mother with this card here, doesn't support it, and your own mother might be afraid of you. Like, I feel like for some of you, I feel like your own mother was afraid of you, or someone who was very close to you, who was supposed to nurture you, is afraid of you or makes you feel like you're demonic or something. For some of you, you may, like I said, you may be into like voodoo, Santeria, or you know, you're a medium and you connect with the dead basically, and or you just have like a different type of spirituality that people deem as demonic, even if it's not like voodoo or Santeria. And your mother might be someone who is either like, I'm getting Muslim, Catholic, Christian, and she just is not fucking with it, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's something that you guys have had to deal with. And with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, I feel like you guys have gone through a lot of you know, hard changes in your life because of the way that you are. I feel like, again, a lot of people have been afraid of you. A lot of people have been afraid of you, and they thought you were weird, they thought you were creepy, they thought you were satanic, they thought you were demonic. And ultimately, none of these things were true. Like I said, I don't pick up the fact that you're like a murderous criminal. Like, you just have a certain inkling to tap into different things, and all of our gifts are different, you know what I'm saying? So even me, it's like some of the things that you're into, I am scared of. Like, I personally hate horror movies. I hate being scared. I hate the adrenaline rush. Like, I'm definitely on the opposite end of the spectrum in terms of my spirituality and my gifts. Like, I'm very much, like, I connect with spirits, but I connect with, like, you know, deities and, like, high vibe, like, you know, benevolent spirits. You guys tap into the spirits that other people are afraid of. And you guys, it's almost like you guys give the villains a chance to share their story. which is so interesting. Like, I feel like you guys shed light onto things that people typically demonize. Like I said, you guys might be into horror movies. You're not afraid of Ouija boards. You're not afraid of ghosts. You're not afraid of communicating with the dead. And you're doing this from a positive place of trying to show people that these things are nothing to be afraid of. So I'm really glad and honored to have you on my channel. I'm honored to be reading for you because we need more people like you. And I'm very interested in, you know, what you do. So if this resonates with you and you have some type of YouTube channel or podcast or some type of platform where you share your occult knowledge and like your spiritual and paranormal experiences, definitely, again, comment that down below. Include that in your comment because I would love to watch your content if you guys make content. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and look into your oracle card. So the first card that you have is inspiration, ideas, spark, conception, and impulse. So you guys are inspired by the darkness. You guys are inspired by different things than the average person, okay? Also with this 46 here, this adds up to 10, and also with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, I feel like which is also a 10. I feel like you guys have, I feel like for a while you tried to hide these things, or you did these things like in the dark, and they were kind of a part of your shadow or something that you were kind of like hiding in your closet. But I feel like either recently or very soon, you're going to be coming out of this and you're going to be feeling more confident in who you are and believing that you're not a bad person and that you're not a demonic person. And there's a lot of ideas that you're getting about showing yourself to the world and showing the gifts that you have and the knowledge that you have to the world. And I think it's important for you guys to act on that, okay? Interesting. Next we have possessions. See, look at this card. Look at this card. Just even this image right here, and even like possession. Like, I feel like you guys are some type of medium. It talks about belongings, finances, assets, and treasures. And this is a root chakra card, which is again that material energy that I was talking about. It's like you guys are very much into the material realm, but like at the same time, you're just not. Like, you are, but you're not. And it's like, you guys with this Two of Cups here, and like notice how these beings are clearly like different. One is literally a fucking skeleton, you know what I'm saying? And then this woman is clearly like some type of otherworldly being. It's like you guys, and even this deck, even the fact that I felt called to use this deck is what is it called? It's called the Deviant Moon Tarot. This is a dark energy tarot deck, and the fact that I felt called to use this is very interesting. And I feel like you guys are able to dibble and dabble between the worlds of the living and the dead. And I also am gonna pull cards from the Halloween deck. So yeah, definitely you guys have strong energy, and I just want to remind you, like, you're very much not demonic. Like, you guys this reminds me of that lady, I can't remember her name. I know her name is Teresa, but I can't, Long Island Medium, is that her name? Like, you guys give me that kind of energy where like a lot of people feel like she's demonic and they are probably scared of her because she can communicate with the dead, but she's not a negative person. She does not go around hurting people or sacrificing people or putting negative spells on people. Like, that's just her gift. She just has, you know, she's attuned to the other side, you know what I'm saying? And she communicates with all different kinds of spirits. Like, and I feel like that's you all, okay? With this possessions here, I feel like, again, like I said earlier, I feel like you guys are not afraid of using a Ouija board. And I feel like you guys probably have been possessed before. And that's something that, like I said, the average person will be very afraid of. But with you, I think it makes you unique because I feel like you're strong enough for it and it doesn't scare you. Like, I feel like you guys are very good at this to the point where, like, you don't get possessed by any type of malevolent being to where you can't, like, gain consciousness back, like gain your own body back. But I feel like you do allow spirits to come through you to share their messages and to shed light on themselves and their lives and things like that. So this is very, very interesting. And next card, you have Palomino. This, just, you know, for you guys to know, this card inspired my theme song and also this whole, like, the name of this channel. So whenever I get this card in a reading for someone, which I don't often, I know that, like, you special, okay? You special, because you got the Palomino card, and this card is very significant to me. And this card talks about, this is the card when I said, you'll shine so bright, beaming in the night. That's where I got this from, because this is a golden horse with a white mane, and even though through this darkness, this horse shines. Okay, and that's you guys. It's like you guys are not afraid to tap into darkness, but regardless, you shine. Regardless, you are still a light being. It's like you, when I said you have a dark aura, it's like you're not afraid to go into the dark, but you're still a light being. You bring light into the darkness. That is you guys, is one of you guys is part of your purpose, and that's something that makes you guys unique. Okay, I really love this about you. I'm very intrigued by you. Very intrigued. So let's go ahead and pull your last card. So Spirit, what makes group 1 unique? And I feel like you guys need somebody to remind you that you're really not demonic too, because I feel like a lot of people try to put that on you. So let's see. We have skeleton strength, okay? Even again, the skeleton, just more like death energy, okay? You guys might also love not just scary movies, but also thrillers. I'm hearing Michael Jackson thriller. You guys might be into zombie movies as well, and things like the dead come back to life. I think you guys are really into those kind of things. I also feel like you guys might work with cemeteries and bones, okay, in your spirituality, which is very, very interesting. Also candles, I feel like a lot, and candle wax and things like that, petitions. So yeah, I definitely feel like you guys might be into voodoo or Santeria or something similar, because I feel like you guys use a lot of physical tools in your spirituality and in your work, which is so interesting. So guys, if this resonates, please leave a comment down below, because I'm actually really intrigued by you, and I'm really intrigued to know like more about you and what you're into and things like that. So leave me a comment, like I'm so intrigued, okay? But yeah, overall, you guys stay strong in your belief. Remember that you are not demonic, and even though people might try to put that onto you, it's only because they don't understand. You have a very powerful gift, you have a powerful purpose, okay? So keep going into that, keep being who you are. This is what makes you unique, Pile One. And if you enjoyed this reading, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Thank y'all for joining me. So if you're a new if you're a returning subscriber, then hey, welcome back. And then this is your first time watching my channel, then hello, welcome on in. So I always pre-shuffle the cards before getting on camera to save time, but I don't look at any of them. Today, you guys, everybody got extra cards, so today would definitely want it to be a detailed reading. So you guys have 4 oracle cards today, and 3 main tarot cards, and then 3 clarifying tarot cards. And then at the end, we're going to pull an oracle card together on camera to find your final message, okay? So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. All right, what makes you unique? So we have the Fool in reverse, the Page of Swords, and the Emperor reversed. Excuse me. So what makes you guys unique? I feel like you guys have the ability to predict the future. I feel like you guys are very much psychic, and you have the ability to predict things. And your intuition is very strong. I feel like for a long time you didn't really realize this, or you still might not realize to the full extent of which you have this gift. But I feel like you guys are the kind of people where, like, as soon as somebody thinks about you, or as soon as somebody is about to hit you up, you think about them, and then you'll let that thought go, and then like literally seconds later they hit you up and like their message comes through. I also feel like you guys, when talking to someone, you're able to like see how life will pan out for them if they continue on the same path. I also feel like you're able to predict, like negative and positive scenarios, but I definitely feel like you're able to predict when someone is about to get themselves into some trouble, or when someone is about to get themselves into like some negative karma and things of that nature. This is so interesting. I also feel like you have the ability to peek into people's lives, and when you meet someone who's like an asshole or like lazy, or they just seem like they have a negative spirit, you're able to kind of see back into their past and kind of already know like what made them that way. So like, for example, if you meet someone who is a narcissist and you're like, damn, this person is annoying as fuck, like they're a narcissist, they think everything revolves around them, they're annoying, you can also tell like, but I can tell that this person's parents probably treated them like shit when they were kids, or this person probably got abused as a child, or, you know, like, it's like you can just like, you can kind of see through people, and you can see it's like you can see their timeline. It's like when you connect with someone, you can see them, and then you can see their future, and you can also see their past without them having to tell you anything. So you guys definitely give me psychic energy. You guys might also be readers yourself, or people that divine with different tools. So this is very, very interesting. I feel like you guys have been able to do this since you were a kid, and like I said, you didn't always realize what it was. You just would say things. I also feel like this person, because of the fact that you have this gift, and when you were a kid you didn't really understand what it was, so you used to just say things. It used to freak people the fuck out, and it used to make people kind of isolate you. I feel like for some of you guys, people might have tried to make it seem like you had a mental illness or that you were delusional. Some of you guys might have been accused of being schizophrenic as well. Because I feel like for some of you, like I said, you can predict things. Not only can you see people's past, but you can also predict things. So there may have been a time in your life where like you had a negative prediction come to you and it scared you. And so you told someone and they made it seem like you were tripping or like you had schizophrenia or something. And then later on that thing did come out to happen, and then they looked fucking crazy and they were scared of you at that point. For some of you, I feel like you guys might have ended up in like the foster system. And I feel like if this is a general reading, so take what parts resonate. The foster thing is not going to resonate with everyone, but if it does resonate with you, then I feel like you also have dealt with like foster parents in particular being scared of you because you came into their home and like you could just see things, you could read them, and like it just freaked people out. I feel like you also were around a lot of people that were religiously like closed-minded, and they just demonize anything that they did not understand. And so like I said, you guys might have been isolated. You may have spent, for some of you, this is also something that's not going to apply to everyone, but it may apply to just a few of you, or even maybe just one person. There's someone in this group that has spent time in a mental asylum because people thought that you were crazy. People thought you were schizophrenic, or they thought you had like anxiety, or they thought you were like having mental episodes whenever you would say these things. For some of you, like I said, it's like you guys didn't really know how much this gift impacted you. And for some of you, it's like you didn't really know how to control it. And so sometimes if you see things, because I feel like with this Page of Swords here and like this eye, some of you have had visions as well. Some of the way that you see things, for some of you, I feel like you're more so claircognizant or clairsentient. And claircognizant is when you just know something. It's like it just comes into your mind and you just know. Clairsentient is when you have a feeling. But for others of you, I feel like you're clairvoyant, where you actually see images in your mind. And sometimes you would see these visions and they might last for a while, and you might get so deep into them that you start to like sleepwalk or say things that don't make sense to the people around you. And this is why people thought you had some type of mental disorder. But again, there's actually never any mental disorder there. You just are able to see things and tap into things that the average person is not. Okay, very interesting. So let's go ahead and move on to your clarifying cards. The first card that you have is the Emperor, which is so interesting because you got the Emperor in reverse here and then the Emperor up right here. Wow. Then you have the Knight of Cups. And then you have the Ten of Cups. So with this cup energy, I definitely feel like you guys have the ability to channel, whether you've realized it or not. You definitely can, if you choose to intentionally sit down and channel messages for someone, you definitely could. So you guys, like I said, you might be tarot readers or oracle readers or psychics. You might have a mirror, you might have a crystal ball, you might read the elements or whatever you decide to read. Some of you, it's coming through runes and stones and pebbles, things like that. For some of you, you have the ability to touch somebody, and once you touch them, that's when you start the connection. But overall, I definitely feel like you guys have the ability to channel. I also feel like you guys see things in your dreams as well, and that's how some of you may channel your messages. Some of you might have dreams of people experiencing things or dreams of people doing things, and you know that the dream is real, like the dream is a message, okay? Oops. Whoa. Let me move this back. Sorry, y'all. All right. But yeah, some of you, your dreams are very, very important. And so for some of you, I feel like for some of you, you were very confused by this gift in childhood, and as you've matured, you have learned how to control it and how to understand it. And that's why the Emperor goes from reverse to being upright. For some of you, if you still are in a phase where you don't fully understand your powers or understand how to use them, you will. In the near future, you will develop control over these gifts, okay? Because for some of you, like I said, I feel like it used to happen to you randomly, and you weren't able to like control it or understand how to stop it or how not to blurt out certain things. And I feel like now you guys understand that. Now you guys understand that like you can't just say everything that you see or everything that you feel to everyone, because they will try to make it seem like you're crazy. They don't understand you. So you guys now are learning how to maneuver your gift to only give it to certain people that can understand it and not be scared of you or not be scared of it, okay? That's definitely something that I'm getting with this group, and I can really heavily relate to this group because I kind of experienced similar things. I never ended up in a hospital, but I think the reason why I never ended up in a hospital was because I was a very shy child and I did not say much. And I think that saved me, because if I had said everything that I saw, everything that I was thinking, everything that I just knew without nobody telling me, I definitely think that I could have ended up in somebody's hospital. And so yeah, I think for you guys, if that was your experience, you're just learning how to reel it in. And even if that was not your experience, again, you're still learning how to use your gift with discernment. For something else I'm saying with this group, you guys, because of the fact that you can predict things about people, you feel this inkling to tell them. So for example, if you have the feeling that somebody's gonna get sick, you might want to say like, oh, hey, I feel like you're gonna get sick, so you should start doing this. You realize that some people don't, like, you have the gift. Basically, your predictions can save people, right? And they can help people to avoid negative experiences, right? But the thing is that everybody doesn't want to be saved. And so you guys learning, they don't want to be saved, don't save, that's what you guys are learning. You're learning that everybody is not worthy of your gifts because everybody is not ready to receive them. Everybody doesn't want the truth, and everybody doesn't want to be saved. And so you guys are just, again, you're learning discernment. You're definitely learning discernment, all right? So let's go ahead and look into your oracle cards. The first card that you have here is self-esteem, confidence, self-love, self-worth, and pride. So I feel like you guys might have, it might have taken you guys a long time to love yourself and to believe in yourself, because I feel like when you were a kid, there were a lot of people that tried to make you feel like you were crazy, okay? Especially those of you who did end up in a hospital at some point, a mental hospital. I feel like you're coming on this journey of learning to love yourself, learning to love your gifts, and also learning how to use them and learning how to take pride in them, okay? Because you were given these gifts for a reason. You were given these tools for a reason. And you're learning that, you know what, even though some people don't understand me, I am very, very valuable to those who do. I'm very valuable to those who are open-minded to my predictions and to my abilities, right? Definitely. And I also feel like you guys are coming back in tune with your sense of spirituality, because I feel like you might have grown up in a religious, with a religious background, and because of the fact that you could channel and you were a psychic, people again demonized you, and so you just kind of probably rejected religion altogether at one point and spirituality altogether at one point. And I think that you guys have overcome that, and you're able to be more open-minded and see things from a different perspective now. So that's something that I'm definitely loving for you. I think you guys are now starting to see your gift as a gift rather than a curse. I think a lot of the experiences that you've been through in regards to this gift have made you feel like it was a curse and not a blessing. But I think that now you're realizing that it is a gift and that people just simply did not understand you, okay? So let's go ahead and boom, move on. Next, we have choice, free will, courage, willpower, and change. So yeah, you guys are definitely changing the narrative. Excuse me. You guys are definitely changing your narrative and changing your story, changing how you look at yourself. Both of these cards are solar plexus cards. So again, it's like you guys are becoming more self-assured. You guys are developing a healthy ego. What else am I seeing? You guys are also developing courage. I feel like you guys want to put yourself out there. So if you are someone who is into tarot reading or into channeling, I think that it would be very beneficial for you to put yourself out there. I feel like you're already thinking about it. So for some of you, you may want to have your own YouTube channel where you do readings, or you may want to start taking on clients for, psychic work. I think that that's something that you definitely should get into, because I think it'll help you to feel more secure in who you are and to believe that, again, this thing is a gift. Because like I said, I think you guys do pick up on negative predictions sometimes, but I also feel like you pick up on positive predictions, and you can see when someone is destined for greatness. You can see when someone is destined to succeed, and those people need to hear that. And even the people who, you know, you see something negative for them, if they're open to it, and if they're willing, and if they trust you, and if they're not afraid of you, and if they understand what type of gifts that you have, you can also help them by saving them from their own bad choices. You know what I'm saying? I also feel like that's something else that's coming through with this choice card. It's like you guys can see how people's choices affect them, and you can see the different routes that different choices will take someone in their lives. It's like literally, like I said, it's like you guys can look at someone and like zoom into their timeline, which is very, very interesting, and like zoom into like how their life could play out if they make different choices, which is really cool. So next card you have is White Owl. So again, you guys definitely have access to spiritual, cosmic, high vibrational knowledge. You guys definitely, even with these stars and this bird, you guys definitely are probably an old soul, and you just may not realize it. I feel like you are someone who comes from a line of channelers, and even if your parents or your grandparents may not use their gifts, or even if they may be afraid of their own gifts, I do feel like they might just not tell it to you because they're afraid of it, and they might not like talking about it. But I do feel like you guys, especially your maternal energy, especially your mother, grandmother, aunts, and maybe even sisters and things like that, I feel like there's definitely people in your family who came before you, and even ancestors that may have passed on, that did this same type of work and that had these same type of gifts, okay? And I feel like if for those of you where this is ancestors, I feel like they are on the other side supporting you, which is probably why they sent you to this reading, to just reassure you that this is not anything to be afraid of or anything to demonize, and that it's been actually in your family for a long time, okay? Next we have the gift. What the f did I say? What did I say? Like, I need y'all to comment down below and let me know how this resonates, because I can't make this up. I promise you I do not look at these cards. Like, if I'm shuffling, before I cut it on the camera, if I'm shuffling and a card flips over and I see it, I put it back, because I don't want to see any of the cards until I start reading. So yeah, you guys, this is definitely a gift, and it's something that you once thought was a curse, and now you're changing your perspective, okay? It's also something that I'm seeing here with this owl. It's like you're changing your perspective. The kind of how the owl can turn its neck all the way around. You guys are, you know, you're turning things around. The way that you look at things, you're changing it, okay? You guys are definitely seeing this as a gift now rather than a curse, and that's going to help you to become more abundant and more confident in yourself, okay? Love that for you. So let's ask one more question, or let's get your last card. Spirit, what makes group 2 unique? What makes group 2 unique? I feel like this might be your card. So we have Skull of Darkness, Blind Spots. So again, like I feel like you guys have some more learning to do with this gift. Even if you have gotten more control and more reign over it, there's a lot of things that you can do with your mind that you don't know about yet, or that you have not fully mastered yet, which is so interesting, okay? So interesting. Yeah, you guys don't necessarily, you still haven't, because even if you have come a long way in your journey with these gifts, there's still a lot left for you to explore. There's a lot left for you to discover within yourself and within your abilities. And that's also why I feel like it's important for you to put yourself out there and to start telling the right people about this. And like I said, for those of you, if you may want to make a channel and, you know, share your gifts with the public in that way, I definitely encourage you to do so, because I think that it's going to help you to develop these gifts and to also realize that there's other things that you can do that you may not have known about, okay? So that is all I have for your group 2. Please go ahead and give this video a big old thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and please leave me a comment down below letting me know how this reading resonated with you. If you're interested in booking a personal reading, you can do so with the email down below in my description box. And if you're ever interested in catching a very short reading from me, you can find those on TikTok and Twitter, which are also down below in the description box. And other than that, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see y'all in my next one. Bye. 3, welcome to your reading. Thank y'all for joining me. If you're a returning subscriber, then hey, welcome back. And if this is your first time watching my channel, then hello, welcome on in. So I always pre-shuffle the cards before getting on camera to save time, but I don't actually look at any of them. And everybody got a lot of cards today, so these readings have been quite detailed, okay? So for you guys, you have 4 oracle cards. And then you have 4 main tarot cards and then 3 clarifying cards. And at the very end, we're gonna choose a card. We're gonna pull an oracle card on camera together for your final message. All right, so let's just go ahead and jump right on in. What makes you unique? So first we have the Wheel of Fortune. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Ace of Cups in reverse, and then the Hierophant. So what I feel like, it's so interesting because I feel like all of these things that for these groups in this reading today was everyone has different spiritual gifts that makes them unique. So for this group, you guys have, excuse me, when I talk a lot, it makes me like burp. It's so weird. I don't know. I guess I'm getting too much air in my lungs by yapping my gums. But you guys, I feel like your gift is the ability to manifest. I feel like you guys really have a strong ability to manifest, and like whenever you focus your intention on something, it comes true. You guys are definitely the type to need to be watch what you say, because you well, things that you wish for will definitely come to fruition. Okay, I feel like this group, you may have had a couple of scary experiences, because like you might have like for example, when you were a kid or before you learned how to reel in your anger, I feel like you might have wished harm on someone and then they actually did get harmed and it freaked you the fuck out. And you were like, damn, like I was mad in the moment and I said that, but like I really didn't actually want it to happen. And it kind of made you like, well, maybe I shouldn't do things like that. But I see you as someone who's very spiritual. You might pray a lot or like write down your intentions. You're someone who I feel like has not always had the most unconditional love given to you. Also, maybe you haven't had the most material financial resources to start out with in your life, but you still are always able to make a way for yourself, and other people don't understand this. And the reason that this happens is because of your manifesting abilities. You guys are really, really good at calling things into fruition. You guys, I'm getting like a wizard energy. You guys might have really liked that show Wizards of Waverly Place, or also Harry Potter. You guys have this ability to like cast things into existence. So you guys, your tongue is very powerful, and this is why, like I said, you guys have to be mindful of what you say, because what you like, be careful what you wish for, basically. Like, because if you guys wish something, it really is very likely to happen. So that's why, again, I think you guys have already learned the lesson to like don't wish bad things on people, because it really might happen. But the thing is that with the Wheel of Fortune here, if you wish something bad on somebody, it probably will happen to them, but then the same energy will come right back to you, because ultimately it's your energy and what you put out comes back. So I feel like you guys have already learned that lesson for the most part, but it's just a reminder, and it's also something to let you know that in confirmation that this is your reading and this resonates with you. Okay. But yeah, I feel like you guys are able to, you have like this kind of charm speak over the universe. It's not even with like people, like it's not like you don't have the power to like persuade other people, but it's like you have the power to persuade the universe. So if you really want something, and if you call it into fruition, and if you devote yourself to willing it in, it will come in. This is why I think you guys have had a lot of success and luck in your life, even though you might not have came from much. You guys might also have some very prominent Jupiter placement. I feel like wherever, I feel like you guys might have Jupiter in your 10th house or like your 2nd house. Yeah, I feel like you guys might have Jupiter in your 10th or 2nd house. That's very specific and does not have to resonate. But if you do have Jupiter in your 10th or 2nd house, definitely comment down below and just confirm that that's you, because I feel like for some of you, like you just have a very lucky life, and it's like other people see you as lucky because they feel like, well, this person came from this or this person came from that, so how the hell did they be manifesting this, or how do they always manage to be doing something new or to get on top or whatever? And it's because of your spiritual connectedness. It's because of the power of your tongue. You guys really do speak things into existence, and you don't just speak it though, like you devote yourself to it. Like if you guys write something down, I feel like you guys will write things multiple times, and you'll repeat it to yourself multiple times. You'll read it every day when you get up. You'll recite it every day. Like you guys are very devoted. And so because of that, that's why your word is so strong. That's why your intentions are so strong, because you guys are devoted to your spirituality. So regardless of whether you guys are religious or spiritual, whatever type of spiritual belief that you have, you are definitely devoted to it. and it shows in your daily practices, and you guys' daily practices also help you to manifest. I feel like you guys might have an inkling for music or sound, and you guys might play instruments or write songs or write mantras and chants and things like that. And I feel like these things are very powerful for you because the sound and the ears are also connected to the throat chakra. And like I said, I feel like you guys' throat chakra is extremely powerful. You guys is the way that you speak, the way that you communicate and express yourself, and like I said, sound and music, these things are all very powerful to you, and you might be gifted and blessed in all of these things. And that is how you manifest. Like what makes you unique is your ability to manifest with these things, which is so cool. All these groups have been very cool today. I'm very glad I did this reading. I'm really honored that you guys are here because every single group today was very special in their own, like literally every group was unique in their own way. And I'm just very honored to be reading you guys because everyone was just so cool today, like so cool. So definitely love that. Let's go ahead and look into your clarifying cards. But I feel like it's something else that I want to say. I feel like you guys also know how to use symbols to your advantage. And you guys also know how to use, you guys might use sigils, or you guys might can like channel drawings or channel poems and things like that. I feel like this group is giving really throat chakra. Like I feel like, so you guys might be really good writers, really good at speaking and music. I feel like music, speaking, and writing, it really helps you guys to manifest. And that's why you're so blessed, because you're able to call in things and you have a very detailed mind, and so you're able to be very specific as well about what it is that you're looking for and what it is that you're looking to attract into your life. Okay, so let's just get into it. So next we have the Queen of Wands, then we have Judgment, and then we have the Hermit. So I feel like you all might spend a lot of time by yourself. Like I said, I feel like you guys are very spiritually devoted with this Queen of Wands here and the Judgment card. I feel like another reason, something else that makes you guys unique and that helps you to manifest is that, not only are you guys devoted to your actual spirituality, but I feel like you guys are very devoted to integrity. And I feel like that's another reason why you're so blessed, is because you have a very high moral standing, like moral standing ground. You're very, not only are you just devoted in the sense that you might pray every day or like write every day, you're also devoted in the sense that even though you guys do, I feel like I said in the beginning, it's like you guys might have wished negatively on someone one time and it happened to them and you felt really bad about it and you really never did it again. You guys don't use your power for any negativity. You guys are you guys really, really value integrity, okay? And you don't believe in using your gifts to harm others. Like you just don't believe in that. You don't believe in using your word to harm others. You don't believe in speaking negatively about others or over others. You believe that it's not up to you. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys, as spiritual as you are and as in tune as you are, and even though you do have these great abilities to manifest, you guys don't see yourself as the all-powerful creator, and you feel like it's not up to you to judge others or to try to cast karma onto others, because I feel like you kind of could if you wanted to. But I feel like you guys are very good at staying in integrity and also minding your business and letting other people live out their lives in the way that they are supposed to. I feel like you guys also are unique in the sense that you might spend a lot of time alone. And it's not that you're antisocial, but I feel like your gifts are the most heightened when you're by yourself. I don't feel like you're able to really connect with your spirit guides and connect with your creator when you're around other people. So for example, even though you might be someone who's very spiritual or even religious, I don't think that you like to worship in groups. So for you guys, if you grew up like Christian or Catholic or anything like that, I don't see you guys being too fond of a church. You guys like to read your Bible by yourself, pray by yourself, and just your connection is very one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't feel more connected to your creator because there's other people around. You have a very one-on-one connection with your creator. I also feel like you guys are very creative and you have the ability, like part of the reason, something that makes you unique is that you're here to not only to manifest the life that you want for yourself, but I feel like you're here to beautify the world. I feel like a lot of the things that you will into fruition I feel like you guys help others through art. So again, it's like I said, I feel like you guys are really good at writing. So you guys might write books, you guys might write mantras and chants, you guys might create music, you guys might be able to channel drawings and paintings and things like that. I feel like you guys use art as your medium or as your way to share with others the things that you have realized in life or the gifts that you have. You guys might make, after like this group, like you guys might, for example, make like affirmation music where you guys write some type of chant or spell or prayer and you turn it into a song, and that way when people listen to the song and they repeat it, they're, without them even realizing it, they're willing positivity into their life, you know? I feel like you guys are someone who wants to combat all of the darkness in the music industry. I feel like music is really important for this group. I feel like you guys want to combat the darkness in the music industry. You might be someone who thinks that music today is very low vibrational, or that it's not really helping people to become their best selves. And so you guys might want to use your gifts and use your life to create music that people can use to become more spiritually in tune, okay? Or just art in general. It doesn't have to be music, but I do feel like you guys are very connected to music in like communication. So like I said, either writing or music in particular. You guys might also write books and things of that nature. But yeah, you guys are definitely very creative, and it's really your word, it's your tongue. You guys are unique because you have a very strong tongue, okay? So let's look into your oracle cards. What the yo, I swear to God, the more I kept talking about music and sound, I've had this deck for a long time, so I know this card exists. Now, I promise you, I never look at these cards until I flip it over on camera. If I'm shuffling the cards and a card flips over and I see it, I put it back because I don't want to see any of the cards. That's kind of my whole point in pulling them on camera, so that my readings, you know that they're intuitive. I don't want to look at the card and then be like, oh, you guys are into sound. Well, duh, because I saw it. But I swear to God, I did not see this card. You guys definitely, and it's like, I've been doing readings for years, and like every time this happens, it's never not cool to me. It's never not surprising, because it's just like, ooh, it's the gift. Like, this is you guys' gift. I'm telling you guys' gift. But intuition and reading and channeling people's energy is my gift, I swear, because I do this, okay? I freaking do this. Like, I did not see this card, and I just knew. I'm like, and none of these, tarot doesn't really, for me, tarot, you know, it has its own specific meanings, but I always read intuitively regardless. And like, none of these cards really represent music or sound or anything like that. Like, it's the channeling for me, it's the intuition for me. But let me get back on track, y'all. So again, like I said, you guys, your throat chakra is very, very powerful. You guys have a gift of using music, sound, communication, writing, and your tongue to persuade not only the universe, but to help other people to learn how to do the same, to help other people to come into their own power. I'm surprised that with the tarot, you guys did not get the magician card, because again, it's like you guys have a wand. But you know why? Because you guys' wand is not a physical wand. You guys' wand is your tongue. Again, it's like you guys are, watch what you say. Watch what you say. And if you're someone who is ever thinking about writing a song or playing an instrument or like composing music or writing a book or anything like that, do it, because you guys' power, your unique gift is in your tongue, it's in your speech, it's in your communication, it's in the music and the sound that you create. I cannot say that enough, okay? Let's keep going. So next, you guys have personal boundaries, choice, assertiveness, empowerment, and authenticity. Another one of you guys is what makes you unique is that you guys choose to be authentic. Again, it's like the like I said, you guys have a lot of integrity. You guys choose to be authentic, and because of that, you have to place up boundaries around certain things and certain people. I feel like you guys don't like fake people, and you don't like things that you deem as low vibrational or things that you deem as superficial. Let me 1 second, I'm just getting more messages from this card. I feel like you guys, your tongue is very empowering. And I feel like the reason why you're able to manifest so much is because you empower yourself and you speak life into yourself, and you're very assertive with the universe. It's like you guys don't even bother with like trying to use people to get to where you want to go in life. You talk straight to the universe, and you're very assertive with the universe, and you're very impeccable with your word. What is that book called? I can't remember that book, but it's, if you guys know, you know. It's like it's a small book with just like 4 different things in it, but one of them is to be impeccable with your word. You guys are very impeccable with your word, and again, I feel like you guys can use your music or your creative gifts to empower other people to use their tongue and to use their word in the same way that you do. I really feel like you guys are meant to make music. I really do. I feel like you guys are making spiritual music. You guys, the intro for this video, if you skipped it, go back and listen to it. I wrote that song, and I really relate to this group because I'm someone who also like believes that the music industry has gotten very dark, and I feel like it has sinister intentions behind it, and I want to create more spiritual music, and that's something that I'm pursuing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I wrote that song, and the beginning of the song is called Palomino, and that's kind of what inspired this channel to be called PalominoIntuitive. And I feel like you guys relate to that. Like, I feel like you guys really want to make music or write or something like that, like in order to help people, in order to heal people, in order to empower the people. You guys really give me that energy, and I feel like that's something that's unique about you, that's really a gift that you should not overlook or that you should not second guess at all, because your music, I feel like you guys' music will save lives. Like, I really do. I feel like you guys' music will save lives. I feel like if you guys write books, they will save lives. I feel like you guys have a gift of empowering. You have so much power in your own tongue that when you speak, when you make music, when you write, anyone who reads or consumes your art will automatically be empowered themselves. This is beautiful. Thank you guys for letting me read you. For real, I'm really honored to have read you guys and everyone that watched this reading today. So let's keep going. You guys have Elephant, okay? So you guys are very noble. The elephant to me represents, is the word nobility? I don't know, but you guys are very noble. And again, it's like you have this very big, powerful energy, and you still remain integral, and you still don't use this energy to hurt anyone else. It's like an elephant, like, as huge as elephants are, are herbivores. They don't even kill other animals, and they don't really even show any aggression unless they've been tampered with, you know, unless they've been poked, unless something has tried to, you know, push its boundaries. And that's how you guys are. You do not use your gifts to harm others. You are very integral, and you're very, as big as your spirit is, as strong as you are, you're very gentle. And that's something that's unique about you. A lot of people that have the gifts that you do, and a lot of people that have the power that you do, will use it for negative instances. I also feel like with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, you guys don't use your gifts for money either. You know, and this is not to say that you don't charge. Like, if you write, let's say you want to be a songwriter or whatever, it's not to say that you won't charge somebody to write a song for them, but it's like you're not using your gift with the intention of just becoming rich and famous. You guys really do believe in that there's a purpose behind what you're doing. And you make money so that you can feed yourself and your family, and so that you can sustain yourself. But your goal is not to be rich. Your goal is to help as many people as you can. And I really, again, just so grateful that you guys chose me to read you, and that your spirit guide sent you here to my channel. I'm really honored. And let's look at your next card. You guys have the Octopus, okay? So with this card, I feel like you guys are very flexible, and there's a lot of different avenues that you can use your gifts with. So like I said, you guys might write, you guys might make music, you guys might channel art and make paintings and drawings. You guys might make affirmation music. You guys probably pray a lot. Like, there's a lot of ways in which you use the tools that you have, and you guys are very flexible in doing more than one thing at a time. I also feel like you guys have the ability to camouflage yourself, and with this personal boundaries card here as well, I feel like you guys have like a bit of a trickster energy, where you will like sneak yourself into a certain place or into a certain environment in order to help people there. That's kind of what I'm getting with this Octopus as well. I feel like this is one of you guys' cards, but it's like, so for example, with the music industry, we know that the music industry is quite sinister right now, right? So it's like you guys, I feel like you guys would be the type to put on a facade in order to get people to look at you first, and then you'll switch it up and start making like really spiritual music. And it's not to say that you will lose your integrity, but it's like, for example, let's say you're a woman, right? A lot of times for women to get further in the industry, they have to be sexual. You guys, I feel like, would be sexual and still in a very classy way, and you would use your beauty in your body to get people to look at you, and then once you open your mouth, you say something that will be life-changing to them. You don't just stop there. You don't just promote negative things, but you might use something that you know will grab people's attention in order to get them to pay attention to you first, and then switch up on them, and then drop knowledge on them, and drop gems on them, and drop empowerment onto them. Does that make sense? So let's see. Next we have, this is you guys' last card, sorry. You guys have Cauldron, Synergy, and Healing. So again, it's like you guys are definitely meant to heal with your gifts without you even realizing it. Like, you guys, again, it's like your voice, your word, your tongue, your music, your art is healing for people. It's healing for people, and you guys have a very important mission. So if you're someone who's doubting your gifts, especially with the music, like, and I really relate to this because, like I said, I'm kind of in the same boat of like making music that will heal and making music that is actually empowering. You guys are ahead of your time, okay? So don't feel like, oh, well, I want to make spiritual music, but all the music wants to talk about is, you know, ass and titties and drugs. Like, that may be the case now, but still put yourself out there, still get started, because you're ahead of your time. And there will come a time where people are tired of the sinister, people are tired of the fake, people are tired of the superficial, and they will need you guys' music. They will need you guys' books. They will need you guys' podcasts. They will need whatever it is that you create. You know what I'm saying? I just keep getting music here because I feel like music is very important to this group. But even if it's not music, even if it's another form of communication, people need that, okay? So definitely believe in yourself, stay strong, understand that you are here for a reason. Your word is impeccable, your tongue is extremely powerful. Continue using it for good. I'm so honored to have read you. Thank you so much, Group 3. That's all I have for you. If you guys enjoyed this reading, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel, and also please leave me a comment down below telling me about yourself and if this reading resonates, because I'm very interested to know about you guys, okay? And other than that, if you're interested in booking a personal reading, you can do so with the email down below. And if you're interested in watching any short readings from me, you can find those on TikTok and Twitter, which are also down below in the description box. And other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.